Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at the War of the Chosen Season 3, the season of Loki. Brought to you by Ragnarok X Next Generation 2.0. We are going to be your shoutcasters. I'm Shinbu with the one for an eye with my awesome partner, KBC Sensei. Sensei, how are you?
I'm great, Shinbu. I'm looking forward to this tournament, and it's already, day 6. We are going into the winners bracket final.
Winners bracket finals.
Yep, and everybody's wondering, where's JJ Kun? This is not JJ Kun right here. But JJ Kun has something on today, so that's why I'll be taking away his post for today only. So make sure to enjoy our games and continue to support us right here. And of course, again, we still have the one and only, all the way from the Philippines, and the diehard fan of ROX is none other than Shibun himself. So Shibun and I will be discussing a little bit about the game. He's bringing me a rundown from here, but what can you expect for the entirety of this tournament, Shinbu?
Definitely, KBC, it's a big expectation. This is the winner bracket finals, Both of the two teams, they still haven't faced any defeat, coming not just from the top 8 teams, but coming as well from top 64 and even from the other server competitions, especially on the rank ladder. Remember that this is a pioneering server battle. This is from the Opera Phantom server. So there's really a lot of expectations. I'm very certain that a lot of the ROX fans out there on our stream is really looking forward how this will pan out, despite the votes. So don't miss out on sharing the stream. Share it to anyone you know. Share it on your own timeline. Share it to all ROX players and even Ragnarok players per se. And really just make sure that everyone gets to witness greatness here in the War of the Chosen Season 3. I've always loved ROX, KBC, because ROX is like a people's game. I'm actually pretty curious, like, how do you find Ragnarok? How do you find Ragnarok? ROX, Ragnarok. What makes this game so awesome?
Yeah, definitely so. I think the game is from a childhood memory. I think I've seen this is one of the fastest or the earliest esports games out here. And speaking of esports games, ladies and gentlemen, we have a milestone giveaway just right down here. So again, as Shinbun just mentioned earlier, make sure to share to your family and friends, whoever's into ROX, and of course to the Ragnarok line. Get them on board into the game. It's still got time over here, and make sure to watch the stream, because if we manage to hit the peak concurrent viewers, you are able to receive the following gifts. Shibun, take the honors. Let the viewers know what you're taking here.
This is exciting. My friend. I mean, like you mentioned, this is a game that comes from our childhood. It really means that, millions of players knows the name Ragnarok, especially when it got rebooted here on the next generation version, ROX. And now we got a lot of viewers celebrating that nostalgia trip coming in on the War of the Chosen Season 3. For 2,000 viewership, you're getting your pouring coins adventure assistance pack. For 6,000 viewership, we have an upgrading selection pack, that it goes hand in hand with the level as well when you upgrade. And finally, it's not Ragnarok without a refinement, ladies and gentlemen. A refinement selection pack 2 for 10,000 viewership. One of the most demanded materials actually for Ragnarok. So do share the stream, let everyone know this is the upper bracket finals. On top of the giveaways, you really don't want to miss this one out.
Yeah, definitely so. 2,000 viewership, I believe everybody is able to achieve that easily.
Yep.
But the challenge will be coming with 6,000 viewership and the 10,000 viewership, especially when you mentioned the Refinement Selection Pack 2 is the most sorted material out there for those players who want to increase their firepower.
Yes. Again, we are also going to be dropping, surprise drops, not just on the comment sections, but actually on our screen. So you just make sure that you glue your eyes on the screen, guys. We have a lot of, good stuff in store for you. We're doing this every day since the beginning of the War of the Chosen. We've been doing this for 6 days already. And we're still going to be doing this even in the next 2 days until May 2. So really a lot of good stuff for everyone. Also, guys, we do see the chat, so feel free to send your biggest shoutouts. Feel free to send your biggest shoutouts, special greetings for everyone. This is more than just a competition for all of our best players in ROX. This is also a celebration of the game that we love, such as ROX.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to go head into the brackets right here. So again, just to remind you all, today is day 6. This is going to be the winners bracket final. Both Team Panda and Team Ligma is heading against one another for today. Remember, Panda defeated Monster in a thrilling 3-2 victory, alongside with Ligma is defeating Mali Blessing 3-2 as well.
3-2 as well. Yes, that is the only series that went, on a 5-game series, for our whole top 8. So really, you have a lot of expectation for these 4 teams, now that we are entering the 2 teams, that this game, despite it being have a totally one-sided vote, it's still very possible that we're still gonna be seeing a game 5, KBC.
Oh. Wow, game 5 all the way. And I noticed in the previous games, when I watched the games on the recap, when you and JJ Kun were commenting, they were all focusing onto sustainability. They're making sure that their teammates are all alive till the final countdown timer. For those who don't know, basically, the game relies on the tiebreaker where the number of survivals, that would be the number 1 thing. And the second tiebreaker would be the amount of damage that the team output. So this is going to be very important. I would say the sustainability is definitely key, and as you mentioned earlier, Shimbu, that having those archbishops, the support from the other players as well, making sure that they have enough HP to tank out the damage, that would be key for this tournament.
Yes, so again, guys, let us clear that one up. It's the number of survivors during a tie. What is a tie? A tie for every round is when there is no full team wipe, okay? There is no full team wipe. So the decision is, again, it is going to be based on the number of survivals. If there is one team that has 5 survivors and the other team only has 3 survivors, the team with the 5 surviving member will still win. So there is that clutch heal. There's still that a lot of possibility when using your pet, or maybe even using the epic classes on your archbishop. But finally, we count on the total damage. Again, guys, just want to repeat that. We count on the total damage if both has the same number of survivors. If we sit on 4-4 or 3-3 or 2-2 or 5-5 even, we base it now on the total number of damage. So, guys, if you are still discounting Ligma ES, we are not.
Yes, indeed.
We're voting Ligma ES.
Yeah, the reason why I chose Ligma is as well, Shimbu, as you know, you're from the Philippines. You know this team. This has been a very long team. They have been together for a very long time. So the chemistry and the symmetry between the team members is definitely there. Not much information coming in from Panda, despite, however, you did mention earlier, they were the top 3 teams in the previous WOC tournament. So maybe some thoughts on your end.
Well, the thing about Panda is basically they entered this match with what could seem to be a stronger composition. There's also a lot of fans, for Panda. I would observe that it's more than just actually the equipment of Panda, because that's Ligma ES. There's the reputation of that guild being very, very competitive. I do feel as well that some of them are still semi-hiding their stats. It's just that their composition, there are no swordsman, there are no rune knights, they're going to be relying on their shadow chaser to be their main line on this one, and that's why a lot of people are leaning heavily towards, there you go, you have leaning towards Panda there, especially on the vote for Panda, 90% to 10%, right? Crazy.
I mean, that is really single-handedly saying that Panda is way better than Ligma is. And, we did mention that both teams came from a very nail-biting series from their previous games heading into the tournament. Only one team is able to make it to the grand finals, while the other team has to fight for survivability towards the lower bracket finals, I believe so right here. So, we went through the course as well. We went through their stats. Again, everybody's still hiding their stats, but you did say that Panda, their advantage in terms of the different roles, have their rune knights, they have their shadow chasers. What say about that?
Yeah, again, just to specify, Panda's composition is more straightforward. When you say more straightforward, it's very, very easy to understand. There's really no heavy twist on that one. We're not saying that having a very unique composition will go to your disadvantage. It's just that, what is a more straightforward composition is easier to execute. You have your front line, you have your Rune Knight, your Royal Guard into the front. You have maybe, the Wizards down into the middle, and maybe your Archbishops, your ABs just supporting on that one. Again, guys, there is that really heavy favor for Panda just looking into the stats. But I just want to share some history for you guys. Panda already way back, I saw that's the basis here. The basis there is that because of Panda having a win already on LME, on Ligma ES. So maybe they're just banking on that, coming in from that last season. Guys, here we go. Before we really head on to the game, do type that on your world chat. That is an unlimited use code, okay? Here from our stream. KB Sensei, do the honors.
Yes, definitely so. You can redeem an Adventure Assistant Pack right now with this code. It's 0310WOCS3. Again, make sure to type it out right now in order to redeem your Adventure Assistant Pack. So a great history lesson coming in from Shinbu right here. And, everybody's basing on the stats of the last tournament that, yes, Panda defeated Lake Maes. But again, these are still the top 3 teams. Anything could happen right here, Shinbu.
Anything could still happen. Anything could still happen. Remember, we did mention we're always hyping. I'm actually emphasizing the Royal Guards, the front line that is absent, none onto the side here of Lake Maes. But what is interesting about Lake Maes KBC Sensei is that they have 3 priests.
Yes.
Okay? So they have 3 priests. Why? Remember that one of the win conditions is surviving members.
Correct.
Surviving members at the end of the game. There might be an instance here where Panda will be rolling with just 1 priest, and Lake Maes will be rolling with 2 priests. And the thing about 2 priests is during clutch moments, you have more instances, you have more capacity on going for the clutch of that epic classes for that resurrect, for that instant resurrect. So if you are considering or counting the odds, who could get that clutch resurrect on the last second of the game, like for example, they have the same survival rate, or just get that survival edge. It could be a miracle play for Lake Maes. I think that's one play that can be done by Lake Maes. Remember, we're gonna be heading into the head-to-head. But I just want to remind everyone, Fake Panda has a very strong lineup. They got Spider as well. They have very, very strong Rune Knights here. But they also have their Wizard, their Warlock, Faker, who's always an easy target during clutch moments. Faker is a very, very squishy wizard here, although a very, very important member of Panda. But if they're able to get the clutch towards Faker, that would be a nice win condition for Lake Maes. On allowing that 10%, make that 10% 100, probably.
Yes, I do agree on that. They definitely need every single member to be on their game again. This is going to be the upper bracket finals. Whoever wins this, they don't need to play an extra game, and they just need to wait for their opponents facing them in the grand finals itself. And we have to give a shout out to the 2 captains right here, or should I say leaders. So you guys find it alongside with Fresh Milk.
Yep, crazy as items as well and stats that is being hailed here by the 2 captains,
HP.
guys. That HP by Spider, very close to the highest HP witness here in the War of the Chosen. I mean, Roger X sits at 240 million HP. Panda has 237, just 3 million short compared to Roger X, but that's still well within the range. And the physical attack of Panda, on his 2-hand setup with a crit setup here for this Royal Guard still sits at 160k physical damage. Now, you can actually see the comparison between our Warlocks. We're comparing Faker towards Kim Nana. I would assume that, a lot of players are vouching for Panda, but they know the threat that can come from Kim Nana. There's a lot of cheer that's also coming from Kim Nana. So Faker would be adding his stats. Let's see if that will come as a very, very big surprise. But for this matchup, it's not that hard to actually lean in favor of Kim Nana.
Yep, agree on this. And then you did mention earlier, Shinbun, that Kim Nana has been the top fragger. He's just been getting so many kills from there. Now the question would be, can Lake Maes sustain her for a very long time? And you did mention, having that clutch moment when they needed her to take down the opponents, let's say for the final 30 seconds. Would they able to do so? And most importantly, can Panda perhaps take her down first and then taking down the rest of the other members?
Those are the questions.
Just making sure from there. Yep.
Indeed, KBC. Again, guys, just want to remind you what is really at stake here. We have all our giveaways, we have all our surprise drops, we have all of our codes, a lot of stuff, a lot of elements going on around for this competition. But I just really want to double down on what is the true purpose of this match. Anyone who wins this goes to the grand finals. Okay?
Yes.
So, anyone who wins this is the upper bracket finals. You don't want to lose this one, because if you lose this one, you still have to go to one match, you still have to go to that lower bracket finals, of which a monster is waiting. So what you'd want is to really give it your all, really be strategic about this one. I really do not expect Lake Maes holding back from this one, and it's always nice to cheer for an underdog,
Definitely so right here, Shinbu, as we're going to go into game right now. This is going to be the drafting process. This is where the teams have to make sure that their first 5 is the team with the best team composition moving forward into this game.
We have a running render as well for some of our players. But again, just to remind you guys, we have Panda on the blue side. We have Lake Maes on the red side.
Panda
And
right here.
yeah.
Double swords.
So no, there's just a render, so we're seeing all default sword, you know.
I see.
Yeah, for this one. But my best bet for the side of Panda is they're still gonna be using their two front line, one Rune Knight, one Royal Guard. Then probably I think there we go. We have the full
Oh,
lineup. Let us see.
that's it.
Yeah,
Ladies and
we're
gentlemen,
loading into the game.
we're going to go into the game right now. This is going to be game 1 out of the 5 games, the best of 5 series. Panda going out against Lick My Ears right now.
Let us see, guys. Our camera is onto the side of Lick My ES. So, Lick My ES will be using their Shadow Chaser. I'm seeing someone who's hidden here. You got Pow Pow as well. Very interesting. It was riding, actually. They were just dropping some of the renders here for a running game. There you go. Faker is down. Faker is done very, very quick for the side here of Panda. That should be an easy target for the side here of Lick My ES. And the idea here for Lick My ES is Peking is being allowed to get his free hit. There you go. We got free Peking. You know, that one dead member, the second wolf, you know, coming from the center of the screen onto the side of Lick My ES. That is Peking. That is the Shura. So, as long as Peking is up, there's a very consistent, Peking has a very consistent damage threat that can come from Lick My ES.
Yeah, and then Lick My ES, as you mentioned, they'll take down that Warlock first, and the Warlock, we have seen the stats earlier on. Sustainability is definitely 0 at this cost, so this is where Lick My ES can abuse that system, making sure that, taking down that one single member. But in the meantime as well, they are facing casualties in this place.
Yeah, a lot of casualties, actually. I do feel that Faker here has paid off hiding his own stat. Yeah, Faker might be down or Faker is close to getting killed, but for the most part, Panda is able to properly answer Lick My ES here. Now we have, I think, our full render coming from all of our players, ladies and gentlemen, but Peking is still not being allowed here by the two melees for the side of Panda, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the prompts. Just observe the prompts there. Peking, it's always peeking. Making sure that, no one, the main damage source for Lick My ES won't be there as needed.
Yeah, Lick My ES, they are just falling down, just slowly falling down from here. They just need to depend on their Archbishops to make sure that the revives are up. The resurrection is a success. But again, they need that damage output, and the damage output can be from the Warlock and, of course, the Shadow Chaser. Or the Shura, to be more precise.
Yeah, they do need the damage output. Just to share for you guys on your screen. So, the one with the Baphomet Horse is, again, a Royal Guard. Then, again, Spided here is the one with the Skull Helmet. So, again, 2 Royal Guards are present on this map. Then they have one priest. Then they also have one of their warlocks. So again, just to give you an idea, on this part is that they just want to control Kim Nana. They just want to control Peking as well onto the side of Lick My ES. And Lick My ES, they have 2 priests on their running lineup. They have 2 priests of their running lineup. It's really impossible to get the wipe against them. And it does look like Lick My ES, as expected, would just have to wait out on a clutch play at the 0-0 or maybe at the last 10-second mark of our game. Let us see. Kim Nana again.
But this is definitely going to put... definitely going to put Lick My ES at the wall, because right here, we did mention that the number of survivals. So if let's say the number of survivals is a tie as well, then the damage output per team will go in the favor of Panda.
Yep, man. We have a very, very interesting settings here. We're not gonna be seeing the digits and the numbers now. Our screen is actually towards Fresh Milk, ladies and gentlemen. And just Fresh Milk is getting a lot of freedom here for the side of Lick My ES. You can actually see Faker also getting the clips towards Peking. And now, as we head on to the 1 minute 30-second mark, it's still the same names that is being targeted here by Panda. Lick My ES and Lick My ES, Peking, and as well as with Kim Nana. Peking is just sitting onto the ground. The next one would be Kim Nana. And of course, they want to target Fresh Milk. There was an attempt on targeting Fresh Milk, but it does look like they still try to target as well the Shadow Chaser here, which is attacked for the side of Lick My ES. So really guys, hold on to your seats because alongside with me and KBZ, as we enter the 1 minute mark, 1 minute 10-second mark, we are in for a clutch play. Right now, I do feel that Panda has the numbers win right now, in terms of the damage dealt.
Correct. I do agree with that under Shimbun. Panda is just making sure that they have the most damage output. If just say the first tiebreaker is a tie, but right now, Lick My ES, they are going to go all out in the final few seconds right here. You can see the damage output already is coming here. They're trying to take down as many members from Panda, or at least the most squishy member in Panda's side.
In Panda's side, we have our screen earlier down onto the Shadow Chaser. Kim Nana is now dropped. Ladies and gentlemen, Peking is also the next target. We're just cycling through these two names. Even Faker himself, one of the Squishes members for the side of Panda, is not being taken down. But what's really important onto your screen is on the battle phase countdown below. 20 seconds, 19 seconds to go. We got Kim Nana getting targeted by Spotted here. 15 seconds on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, two members are docked here for the side of Ligma ES. That's gonna be a Resu towards Peking. A target as well on Ligma ES. Most of the members of Panda here is taking up their position in the last 4, 3, 2, 1. Will they be able to clutch one kill? It's 1-0 with a 5-5 survival count, on both teams. So we are gonna be basing it on the total damage that is onto the side of Panda, my friend.
Yes, definitely so. Congratulations to Panda for winning the first game right here. But then it's not over yet. So Shinbun, after seeing the first game, I felt like Team Ligma ES, they definitely need to make sure that the damage dealers actually make damage. Because the problem was they were getting crowd control. They were separated from time to time. It was so hard for them to actually target down either members of Team Panda.
Yes, it's not just actually Faker KBC, it's also Pau Pau, who provides heavy crowd control for them. As we have expected, members here of Team Panda, they have no use for a dual play setup. And you could expect a dual play setup for the side of Ligma ES. What they are utilizing is, again, the power of Pau Pau here to drop some crowd controls as well for the side here of Ligma ES. And you would see, as we enter 15 seconds onto the clock before the game starts, no change in the lineup here of Panda. It's still the same. Faker, Pau Pau. You got just one hot dog, hot dog onto the side of Panda as the main priest. Ligma ES, though,
no changes as well.
No changes as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let us see. Nothing is assumed to be broken, so why fix it? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be entering game number 2 on a timer of 5 minutes.
Yes. In my mind, I was thinking, Ligma ES, what can they possibly try to improve from this section or this situation, because they have the same lineup as well. Problem is, you have Peking and Kim Nana, who has been pretty squishy despite being the damage or trying to being the damage dealers in place. It could not sustain enough to deal damage as well. And again, they got the first blood right there, but it's going to be 2 instead of 5. Still early game, still got time for this section to come. But Ligma ES, they need to do something different. And Shinbun, what are your thoughts on that?
Actually, Ligma ES has done something very, very different from the start of this game. The game started, on the first 30 seconds. They all went into Pau Pau. And all the two priests actually made sure that Peking is sustained. Just dropping crowd control, alongside with Kim Nana, just dropping crowd control to anyone who tries to close in towards Peking. But the problem is the formation here has been broken, and that's why there is an alternating death happening towards Kim Nana and Peking. Look at Peking, even with the resurrect towards Peking, is still going to go down. After Peking, Kim Nana. After Kim Nana, Peking. That is what's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our first viewership milestone.
Go!
This is just game number 2 of our best of 5 series, guys, as we might be seeing a 2-0 here, but still you cannot discount Ligma ES yet. Also, I just want to mention surprise drop. We've actually dropped 2 items already. The first one is the Yamato no Orochi on the game number 1. Now we also have another pack as well that is on the surprise drop. So yeah, keep those comments coming. Just make sure that you share your IG, your account codes on the comment section so that you get a chance to win the surprise drop. But going back into this game, my friend KBC, this is still a story of Panda taking the numbers win against Ligma ES. I do feel that Ligma ES, they need to set up a proper clutch play on the last 5 or 10 seconds of the game.
It's very difficult that you're only depending on a very one-dimensional objective, which is to clutch the game. Panda has everything already. Out of the 3 objectives, they have 2 in 1, and in fact, they can even, don't really need the clutch as well. They can just go in for multiple kills at the very last minute. So, as somebody who predicted Ligma ES can do so or can do wonders to win this game, this is seeming to be a very tough task to actually climb right now.
Yeah, man. It's a totally heavy situation for the side of Ligma ES. Getting pushed into the walls, into the imaginary walls of this hall. Ladies and gentlemen, a force epic crisis, I think, would come from the side of Ligma ES. Ladies and gentlemen, just to make sure that the full focus towards the priest is denied. But again, as long as Peking and Kim Nana is down, Panda, they know that they're going to be good. And the idea here is to really find a crowd control properly for the side of against the side of Ligma ES, so that no clutch play can happen. We are now at the 2-minute mark of the game. for our viewers, I really cannot expect any wipe that can come against Panda. Like my ES is fighting to survive just to get through the whole minutes, just get through the whole 5 minutes of this match and make that massive play on the 10 second. But let us see, let us see that, because that is the only card, like you mentioned, your tunnel visioning on one dimension, on a dimension strategy. It's
Yep.
very risky. It's a very risky, not just in ROX but in any esports.
Yes, definitely so. It's very. I definitely 100% agree on you on that. Panda is definitely controlling the pace right now. They're controlling the tables at the moment, and Ligma ES, they have to wait until that 1 minute mark, perhaps to regroup everybody, to retarget down Papao, as you mentioned earlier, because that's one of the targets that's pretty squishy. But again, can they sustain till the very end? Two members
Yes.
are down, making one more left, making sure the resurrections just keeps putting up and pumping in.
Look at this.
It feels
Look at
very
our
grim.
Camera. Yeah, it feels very grim. Look at our camera. Again, we did mention that one of the tankiest members, or the one that they shot crowd control for the side of Ligma ES, is the Shadow Chaser. But even the Shadow Chaser, earlier, that Shadow Chaser is getting focused on. But earlier, when he's siding, no one is really targeting him. And when the time comes that the Shadow Chaser is not being targeted, that means it's Kim Nana and Peking that is getting punished. So that is the difficult side here for the side of Ligma ES. There's really supposedly there should be a heavy utility that can come from the Shadow Chaser. But again, like we said, the composition of Panda, of having that Royal Guards into the front line, is just very, very straightforward. They have a well-rounded composition. They could easily control the pacing of this game. Really, like my ES, it now falls heavily onto their place. Let us see, guys, if Fresh Milk can clutch this one. They need Peking and Kim Nana burst one target. It's supposed to be Faker. Let us see. 14 seconds.
It's gonna be 14, 13 seconds right here.
10.
It looks like Ligma ES still has one man disadvantage. Oh, but they take down one of the members, which is Papa already, as you mentioned, earlier onwards. And it's a 4v4.
It's a 4v4. It's gonna be it's gonna be a 5-1 trade. So you're seeing Kim Nana. There was an attempt for Kim Nana to sustain the death against the against Pau Pau, I think, against the Shadow Chaser of Panda. I also feel that there was a set to the bar onto the priest or crowd control, the one priest that can come from Panda here, so that the rest won't be available readily. But there was a punishment towards Kim Nana. There was a valiant attempt by Ligma. Yes, I think that was still close, but still 2-0 on the side of Panda.
So Shinbu, this is perhaps
match point.
Yeah, match point. This is match point. This is perhaps game point as well. What, judging from the lineup right here, the composition, what can Ligma ES do at the moment?
It's still the same. I really cannot think that Ligma ES can overwhelm you.
The Wanderer, perhaps?
No. Shoot the Wanderer, I still doubt. Considering the running stats here, this is the best lineup that Ligma ES can do. This is totally understandable. What is curious for me is that where is the fifth member? Okay. One priest is missing. It's okay. It's I think a bit negligible. You won't roll with a 3-priest setup for the side of Ligma ES. Let us see. I mean, Panda wants that final slot, ladies and gentlemen, and we head on to game number 3 of this best of 5 series. Take note, guys, it's already 2-0 all in favor of Panda.
Yes, 2-0 in the favor of Panda. This is going to be, Ligma ES, if they want to win this series, they have to win all 3 in a row. But it seems pretty grim right now. They are still depending onto that one-dimensional strategy, is to make sure that they clutch it, get the kills at the very last minute. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to favor them at this moment.
Yep, man. They're able to actually get Pau Pau, on the Shadow Chaser. But again, this is part of Ashura. No matter how much you build Ashura, the Ashura is really squishy. It's really a matter of just protecting it, maybe with 2 wizards at least. I might have recommended, putting the sword there for the side of Ligma ES, just so you have an additional crowd control. But the problem might be the item difference, the item deficit. And I think that sword, the Sage will have a hard time against the Royal Guard, against the front lines. You can actually see just how Spided can get very up close and personal and just drop those crit, against the side here of Ligma ES.
Yeah, Ligma ES, even though the archbishops are doing wonderful jobs to make sure that, the members are still sustained and they're still able to get the resurrect. But again, the damage output coming in from the Shura, the Warlock, the Shadow Chaser isn't justifiable at the moment to give them that sense of hope, or the sense of, making sure that they can actually win this game from time to time. And
Yeah,
if you notice, right, they are facing their backs against the wall.
yeah, it's very heavy for the side here of Ligma ES. Just want to reiterate that Pau Pau here is not similar to the Shadow Chaser earlier. So the Shadow Chaser of Ligma ES, I think, is one hand shield type Shadow Chaser. That's why he's very tanky. Whereas Pau Pau here is bow type, Shadow Chaser. So
Understand.
she's also contributing heavy damage as well for the side of Panda. So I do feel like on top, there's compared to the two damage dealing members on the side of Ligma ES in the form of Kim Nana as well as Peking here, there are three heavy damage dealers that can come from Panda. You got Faker, you have Pau Pau, and you also have Spided. So, guys, this is it. If you are a fan of Panda, and maybe even if you voted for Panda, we are 2 minutes 40 seconds away on seeing them maybe, but with a high chance, go onto the grand finals. The numbers, the damage dealt, the stats is heavily favoring them. Ligma ES, it's only just that, very, very small amount of hope of pulling off a miracle play that can just still put them on the map of this match.
Oh wow, I was about to say there are 3 members are down and one of the archbishops actually died
Yep.
again.
Yep.
So there's only one more archbishop alongside with the Shadow Chaser. This is going to be very risky, but nonetheless, however, they get the revive back.
Yeah, a full revive, ladies and gentlemen, already burned on that one, but that is coming from Fresh Milk. It's still gonna be the same stories. They're able to wait out the resurrect that can come from the AB that is down into the middle. That is the second time upon the epic classes earlier that AB will go down. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute 45 seconds on the clock. We have our eyes set towards Fresh Milk. The Fresh Milk is being targeted here. They've shifted their target. They did so, peeking, not allowing for him to be alive. Fresh Milk on 50% health. Another AB is still alive. They're just holding on to their Desu. Fresh Milk here? No. It's going to be one of the AB going down. We have our camera again onto Fresh Milk, just running, just making sure. They want to target Kim Nana. Kim Nana is alive on this one. Maybe Fresh Milk can bait on this one. But you can actually see KBC that they are making sure that they have their eyes set on Fresh Milk. Because I do feel that Fresh Milk's Resu will be very, very important to the clutch play that can be attempted here by Ligma ES.
Understand on that, Shinbu, and they are making sure that they keep on the chase. They just don't stop releasing the paddle from the metal. They're just going to go all in, making sure everything's right. But then, however, Shadow Chaser, the last member left alive for Ligma ES, can he survive? This is going to be very difficult. Oh yes, the Resurrect has been appeared, but again, that was so close for that full team wipe.
Indeed, man. A very close full team wipe attempt there for our game. Probably the first team wipe that we will be seeing. 38 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping a lot of numbers here. Spided is just hacking through the members here of Ligma ES, pushing for whatever kill can be pushed against Kim Nana and even that Shura peeking. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now onto the 20-second mark of our game. Camera towards Pau Pau. This Dex, this bow type rogue is just going Pau Pau onto the members of Ligma ES, especially with the free hit that she can dish out. Now targeting Fresh Milk. 10 seconds on the clock. 7 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Can Panda capitalize on this? Push a win towards the grand finals. Look onto your screen. We have a tie. 5-5 members, full resurrect, full sustain. But on that situation of 5-5 members, the numbers favors Panda. My friend KBC, we have our first team coming to the finals.
Congratulations to Team Panda for making themselves into the clean sweep against Team Ligma ES and heading into the grand finals. The first ever grand finalist here. But then for Team Ligma ES GGWP, they still have a chance to go down to the lower bracket finals and awaiting their opponents between the two teams in place.
Without doubt, that is true. KBC, Ligma ES, LME is still not out of the competition. They will just have to deal with the Baba Yaga from below. The monster, ladies and gentlemen, waiting for them. That's going to be Wins the Squad. It's waiting for them as well.
Wow.
So, we will know. It's still mad props from Ligma ES. That's Ligma ES, guys. Legends. Not just actually of the Opera Phantom server, but actually of the ROX War of the Chosen. They've been there, for time. And of course, a lot of people will be happy that their bets and badges have been restored. But the win is very minimal because, 90 against 10 odds.
Yeah.
but still, that's okay. A win is a win, for all who has supported Panda.
I mean, I have to salute the 10% who actually betted. You know,
Voted,
imagine
yes.
if League My Ears actually won that. The
Times 10,
winnings.
times 9.
So good, so good. But you know,
Yeah.
Shinbu, I think you know, just to conclude all, League My Ears were playing that one-dimensional strategy. It's not definitely foolproof. It's in place, but again, they were just hoping onto that. And I believe for Team Panda, they already spotted out, they kind of sniffed out this strategy. They say, hey, you know what? They are most likely going to clutch against us, especially with the lineups with the Archbishop having to sustain during the last moments. So they were actually very adaptable towards that strategy and
Yes.
making sure that no chances or no opportunities from Lick My Ears to actually to use that particular strategy.
That is a very awesome point you mentioned. Adaptability for the side of Lick My Ears. It might have been a different story, KBC. Might have been a different story, KBC, if Lick My Ears has a swordsman, has a rune
Yep.
knight, has a
I
royal
agree.
guard. So really, I cannot, well, you cannot blame anyone here. But I totally understand Lick My Ears situation. They made the most. They've been
Yes.
adaptable. They made the most of the composition that they have.
Correct.
It's very interesting they're entering this WOC without any rune knight or royal guard when it's really a heavyweight member, not just actually for a WOC composition, but even for a KVM, general PvP composition. So I really feel like Lick My Ears has adopted, made the most of this composition, whatever they can have. They have two main damage dealers. They still went third place locked in for this tournament. They could even still secure second place if they're able to defeat Monster. So yeah, still mad props to Lick My Ears. Yeah.
Yes, props to Lick My Ears. And of course, if you are like winners of Black Panda, congratulations to all the surprise drop winners right here. Make sure to check your IDs as you'll be walking away with these goodies: a Greenwood Tail card pack, a Yamata no Orochi mount, Shadow Equipment Material Selection Pack 2, and last but not least, Razor Gold bonus credits. So Shinbu, going back to what you just said, they were given with the cards that they were dealt with. They tried to make the best out of it. Unfortunately, a 4-in-kind is definitely going to beat a straight sequence in place.
Yeah, love the reference, man. And yeah, that's it. It's still not over. For the side here of Lick My Ears, ladies and gentlemen, you still have more opportunities to actually put your bets in. And of course, pledge your badge there, for a lot of our players. For especially, it's still not over for the War of the Chosen. We don't have anyone getting eliminated tonight. We still have the three teams competing here in our War of the Chosen. And, for tomorrow, we will be determining the top 2, and we'll be determining, who will get it onto the third place. And of course, because we still have a lot of episodes, we still have a lot of matches to cover for you guys, we still have a lot of things and stuff to give away, like this one, the Poring Mission Order Cord. So we have the Poring 2023 code. Do type that in. That's unlimited use. You could use it on your, just type it into the world chat. And when people ask, where did it come from? It's from the WOC. Make sure you watch it.
Yes, make sure to watch it and share it as well, Shinbun, because sharing is always caring. So congratulations again to Team Panda. Lick My Ears will go up against the former champions of WOC, which is Monster. You must have a backlog of history. You're gonna do a lot of studying alongside with JJ Kun once he's back tomorrow. But I just want to know, give me a little bit of prediction from your end, which team is gonna walk away. Again, no harm intended. Just want to know.
Me, I'm a very, very big fan of Winza. But when I go with this prediction, I've been asked to predict so many games a lot. I just really wanna do the what my emotion tells me. My mind, it tells me Monster. I would vote for Lick My Ears. Let's see for that one. It's always I always like cheering for the underdog. That's where the most heart, that's where the most emotion can come from any matchup, guys. So guys, we have an amazing match tomorrow. We have Monster versus Lick My Ears. We still have a lot of opportunity to actually get those milestone viewership that you want and unlock those goodies for everyone. And as we mentioned, that is the schedule for tomorrow. Again, let's review it again, KBC.
Yes, there's going to be Team Lick My Ears going up against Monster in the losers bracket round 4. I believe this is the losers bracket finals. The winner will head into the grand finals as the second grand finalist. It's going to be a best of 5 match as well. The first team to walk away with 3 wins will be heading into the grand finals, facing up against a formidable foe, which is none other than Team Panda. Team Panda, I believe they can take this time to actually evaluate and watch the stream to learn a little bit of their opponents in place.
Yes, yes. Guys, that's 10:30 p.m. The losers bracket round for,
yes.
or rather that 10:30 p.m. GMT plus 8, for
Correct.
others it might be earlier or later. But again, guys, this is a best of 5 series. This is gonna be a the lower bracket finals for these two teams. Make sure that you place your badges and bets, on our in-game screen, guys. Because again, that this is it. We're nearing the conclusion of our War of the Chosen. Guys, it feels great to shoutcast and witness those match alongside with you. How do you feel about that match, KBC?
It was fast paced. It was so exciting to learn the different strategies coming in from the two out of the top 3 teams. And I'm looking forward to see you and JJ casting the rest of the remaining matches. So thank you so much for having me, Shinbun.
Looking forward to casting with you again, man.
Thank you so much.
It's an exciting match. We get the privilege to actually witness greatness here in the War of the Chosen by ROX Generation 2.0, Shinbu and KBC Sensei. Now signing off. We'll see you guys on the next episode.